Well, that was a good run. I got rid of roughly 750 kilos of scrap from just around the garage. The clean out's definitely worthwhile. A neighbour wants to turn this compressor housing into a potbelly. Sounds like a good idea. And I scored this nice little C&J speed reducer. Well, it's not so little, it's actually quite big. It's 10 to 1. Crown wheel and everything's intact, in good condition. Looks like it's been painted and reconditioned but then stored for an inordinate amount of time. So yeah, it looks like it's in great condition internally. And a nice little tooling cabinet for the turret lathe. That can stay out there next to the lathe. It's one serious lump of iron. Had to slide it straight off the trailer onto the trolley and wheel it over here for a clean-up. Just covered in sand and dirt from, I don't know, sitting somewhere. It almost looks like it's been used, but there's no wear on the sprockets, so I don't think they've ever had a chain on it. It's just been sitting. Came from the same place as that blue VEG 3-phase motor that I found, chicken shed motor. Old Chicken John's having a clean out, so there's heaps of old motors and fans and other stuff. Evidently you've got to fan your chickens. I suppose it gets a bit hot and stinky in there after a while. It's a nice big Zeolabeg axial fan, but the whole thing's so seized I cannot move the blades a millimetre. I don't think that one will be salvageable. But I've just soaked this in degreaser and everything seems fine. There's supposed to be a cowling over here with C&J on the mesh. I've got another one of these, a slightly smaller one. I'll show you in a minute. There's another shot of degreaser. Yeah, that's the other one. Picked this up a while ago. I'm going to use it to drive a conveyor for the shredder. It's just too big and heavy. Again, it's in great condition, mint condition inside. I think it's 10 to 1. Only single output shaft, obviously. C&J stands for Coote and Jorgenson or something. Yeah, Coote and Jorgenson, Australia, Sydney. What's this one? 26 to 1. And the one outside's 10 to 1. 7 horsepower. 1.54 or something. Yeah, 1460 pounds per square inch output torque. 1420 input speed. Bolt that back on, but that's the cowling that it's supposed to have on it. Another squirt. A nice red colour on it. Fire engine red. I think one of the guys there thought it was a pump. I suppose with the fire engine red on it, it does sort of look like a fire pump to the uninformed. This degreaser is great. It's like $2 a can and works so well. It beats scrubbing. Just get that and then hose it off. Should be all good. The old GMC pressure cleaner died, so I've got to find a replacement for that one. Oh, piece of crap those are. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, well, that was an easy 20 bucks. One of the guys across the road had a flat tyre on their car and no spare at all, and came looking for a compressor. So instead I found a good spare down the back of the garage and flogged it off for 20 bucks. Got him out of trouble anyway. No use just pumping up a flat tyre and driving around for the rest of the weekend. Only asking for trouble. But this thing's cleaned up alright. I'll give it another hose off, get the rest of the degreaser off, and that'll do it. Good reduction ratio, 10 to 1. Like playing the bearings. Bright red. Doesn't appear to be any colour underneath it, so that's just how they painted it at the factory or something. Either that or they sandblasted it and then painted it. I hope not, because sand just tends to get in under these vents. That's just a floating spring-loaded vent. I seem to have a compressor infestation at the moment. That's one that there we go. That's one that Brad got me. R12, it's a very old one. It's been sitting out underneath a milk bar for so long it's almost rusted through. Another, just a Tecumseh Kirby Australia one. Same with this one here. 240 volt. That one there came from Big York heat pump, and that one came from a Keeprite. I think it's alright, but it was sitting under the bench for too long, so I'm just getting rid of it. Already chopped the copper off it. We'll keep tidying up out here. Find a home for this thing. Big Danfoss HVAC drive. Driving fans and other things. Fix this up. This is a commercial silent compressor. They've taken a regular compressor housing and pump from a refrigerant system and just modified it for commercial use. Brad gave me this one for rebuild, and I just haven't found anything to suit this. It's all corroded out and broken off inside. Haven't tried this thing since the last video, so I don't know if it's alright. Throw these in the bin. Yeah, I have to get out of the weather too. See if it's still got gas in it. My little bandage seemed to have held at the time, but I don't know if it started leaking again. Yeah. Since I've got a good lawn tractor here, I'm going to pull the motor back off this one and probably part it out, bin the rest. It's got good transaxle and tyres and things on it, but it's just too flimsy for anything. The seat's growing weeds. Yeah. There's a peerless gearbox. We'll be able to find a home for that. That thing there Brad's getting. I know he's got the spare engine that would suit this one. This one needs a coil and cylinder and piston. Lots of air conditioners. If anyone wants an air conditioner, just let me know. This thing's still here. $250 for anyone who wants it. Well, it owes my friend $200 and it owes me $50, so I've got to get something out of it. Ah yes, what a mess. Recovery pump I haven't even touched yet. I did cap it off though, so there's no moisture in it. Well, minimal moisture. I don't even know if it's any good. No, that'll do for now. Oh yeah. I have to set these things up on a trolley and run them both at the same time. That one's already been run on a cap. That one there I've never run. But they're both the same. 3/4 horsepower, or maybe 1 horsepower, 3-phase motors. The oil that came out of this compressor is bright yellow. It stinks like burnt residue. This is the one from the Big York. I chopped apart one recently. That one's older. I think that one was alright, but yeah, it can go. I just had this thing up to temperature and it's working alright. Nice and warm. Air cleaner had a bit of moisture and crap in it, but that was about it. Battery's still good. Haven't had to charge that. Nothing wrong with that one. Yeah, keep it in spare parts area for another application. This mower chassis is too flimsy and just, nah, not right for it. I need something better for this engine. Unless somebody wants to buy the whole thing, but remember this is a rebuilt engine, so I want $200 for the engine alone. So $250 for the whole lot. but yeah, the engine's kind of handy.